Good morning, everyone. It's October 17th. Morning market rundown here. Let's dive into a recap of yesterday, talk about some key levels and scenarios for today. So we'll get right into the intermediate time frame. We know where we are on the daily, gapped up recently, made new all-time highs, started to get some profit taking, got some shorts really excited, and now we're starting to squeeze them out, and that's what we're talking about right now. So we discussed this situation here yesterday for the pullback into the 579 5-day moving average. Not getting short because we wanted to give the benefit of the doubt to the buyers. If we started to break underneath here, that would lead to some more caution, and we would have seen the 5-day moving average start to flatten out, decline due to the data being here and replacing with the data at 576. That would have started to get that to flatten out and decline, and that's when we start to look much more cautiously. However, benefits to the buyers. So we talked about a bounce down into 579, monitor the 2-day VWAP area, which we tagged right at that 10 a.m., reclaimed VWAP continuation. And if you missed the VWAP continuation, reclaim the 2-day VWAP into the push into the week to date. And this is what we talked about with this black mapping right here, right? Then we talked about, all right, maybe we get a new high. We could look for a pullback here into there to set up the higher low. And then we could look for an entry up in this area with a stop with the stop here. So this would have been our entry and our stop there, right? So if we look in the pre-market, if we have it here, we're up at 4 a.m. If you wanted to chase that or dive into a smaller time frame, you play the VWAP here. Don't chase the gap. Wait for VWAP. Make your purchase there. So we'll do the same thing. Make a purchase there and put a stop under this here and manage your risk. Keep moving your stop up now as it breaks a new high. And you can see it hasn't even broken. That was the first break. So maybe take some profits as it breaks your 50-minute moving average and it starts to flatten out. However, so let's get back into, and that's what we talked about in this green line. Let's clear up this out. This green line that we had was the potential scenario of that reclaim of the VWAP and push through. So that's our situation we had yesterday. So let's talk about today is maybe we get some profit taking. Maybe the squeeze just goes on and we continue to break into new all-time highs. So I would prefer that we do a little pullback, maybe down into this 583 area. We could do is even anyone who is short here. So maybe a break even short area, and you could see by this VP node at 582. So looking for maybe we get a profit taking break, maybe get some profit taking, something like this, and then let this VWAP catch up, and we could look for some potential setup. So that would be a potential scenario, and then we look for that VWAP to be a potential area of support here in this 583 to 580 area, this 582 and 581 week to date VWAP right here, and we got the 2-day VWAP. So let's see how the situation plays out, or maybe we just continue to break on in and the chase goes. But however, I'd be looking for flush out, reclaim VWAP. If you want to get long, you could try to set something up, but a lower risk area, something like that to go. Or I'd prefer deeper shakeout and then look for it to get back above the daily VWAP and then set that up over here. Like that. We'll use this price action like that. and then that's your low. Boom. Or you could even risk this low, or maybe that situation pulls a little bit deeper. So that's what I'm looking for on this SPY. And let's get into the QQQ. So QQQ, we pulled back to the month-to-date VWAP area and then rallied into the 2-day VWAP. And we then formed this failure swing at this 490 area. So we put in this failure swing here, and that's confirmed on the gap in this pre-market. So now we're getting a gap above a 5-day moving average. And we could see here, this was our potential scenarios we were looking for yesterday, was pulled back a little deeper, right? Now, even if we move this guy over like that, have the stop here, do the same thing we just did on SPY and put it into a 2-minute, right? Don't chase the gap, wait for VWAP so it rallies up. And then if you want to be really aggressive, put one stop there, or you accept that risk. So that leads us to situations for today. So will this lead to just a continue push up into this 497, and then we get some profit taking, and then we could get some, maybe we get some continue push into this 497, profit taking down to 494, 493, and then start to consolidate and then set up for a low risk situation. So then we could take these here and potentially look for something like this in this area, or even have a higher low to set up, and then that 5-day moving average catches up. Or we rally down this VWAP at 494 to our daily VWAP, starts to either act as support and rally up, or we start to get stuck, trapped under it. So we rally up, we get stopped out at that low, come back in, maybe it's able to save and go, or pull back down to this 489. So those are some scenarios and how I'd be looking for price to play out today. And hopefully this was helpful. If you like this kind of analysis, I would really appreciate it if you like, subscribe. Any comments, questions, I would, happy to get back to you guys. Enjoy.